Hi, this is Camille from My Junk Journal Heaven. I have a project today. I saw somebody do this, and I will find her link and put it in the description box. She got her idea from someone else. She made a couple of envelopes, and this is the first one. I didn't think you needed to watch me make two of them, but I will give you instructions how to do it. So this is my paper that I'm going to use, and unfortunately I've got lines on the one side, but that's all right. It won't matter. And what we need is an 8x8 piece of paper. Now you could make this 6x6, whatever. I mean, the idea is that it's square. And I am going to cut a little bit off here because I've got a white line, and I don't know whether that'll show in the end, but we'll cut it off anyway. And then I have to decide which part of this I want to use. Oh, I like all of it. Well, suck it up and I think I'll cut it off here. All right, I have a piece I can use for something else. And then I'm going to need to cut it this way. Which side do I want to cut off? All right, let's do that. All right, now, if you have one of those envelope makers, then you've got it made. But I don't. Well, I think I do, but it's packed away still somewhere, which is embarrassing because I've lived here for 5 years and I still haven't unpacked everything. The first thing I'm going to do is fold. I'm going to put it on a line here, and I'm going to fold these pieces in so they are 2.5 inches from the middle. And I'll put all these measurements in the description box also, if I don't get myself totally confused with it. And this side I'm going to fold into 2.5 also. This is my way of making sure that it's square, because I want these to be square. And then I'm going to fold up the bottom. Oh, how did I do this? Okay. I put 5.5, but that's not right. Let me take this one over and see what I measured. Okay, I folded it up about 1 inch. Okay. So this bottom part, I'm going to fold up to the 1 inch mark. Right there. It should be even across. Let me make sure. Yep, that's good. Okay, and then this piece I like to fold down. You can leave it if you want to. I like to fold it across and then glue it. And then the top I'm going to fold down so that the envelope is 5 inches tall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's better. So I'm going to fold it here and keep it in place and fold it over here. Like I said, if you have one of those envelope making things, you've got it made in a shade. And I'm making sure my pieces are done well, and I'm going to turn this down. And while I'm doing it, I might as well glue it. I'll be gluing more later, but we'll glue this now. How is everybody? Didn't even ask. How's your weather? We were down in the 60s last week. Now we're back up in the 80s. Now on that one, I didn't do this, but I am going to do it on this one because where you fold it, and I'll get my little ink thing out here. Where you fold it, it makes a little triangle thing here. And it's bulky if you leave it. So I am going to cut it out. I didn't cut it on the last one, but I am going to cut it on this one. And I actually think I have a notch cutter, but I'm not sure if it's going to fit this envelope or not. So actually, I do have an envelope maker thing when I think about it, but it's not the kind I was thinking about. I'm just going to mark these so you and I can both see them. Let's see here. Yeah, this is the last one. Okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do is cut these little things out. Just try and go right on the line if I can. Now, if you had envelopes that were this shape, you could probably use those, and I do have some. I should have thought of that and tried those, but I would have to cover them because they're plain. Maybe we'll make one of those in a minute and see how it works out. Okay, now this is the top up here, and I want to round it off. And also these little corners here, you can see these corners, I kind of want to round them down so they're not quite so stiff. All right. Oops, didn't cut that one. I've got things jumping in where they don't belong. All right. Now I'm going to put these in. I'm going to burnish them again. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there. And I think I'm also going to put it across here and then up the sides here. I hope I've got this in line where you can see it. I think this should be right. Yes. Now I have to think of how she did this. How did she do it? That wouldn't be right. Let me see here. I'm going about it different than she did, but it'll work out in the end, I think. Now let me open that up and make sure that that's the way I want it. Huh. And these have different insides. That's okay. I don't think it's going to matter that much. All right. Let me fold these back like this. Get them all even. And I'm going to glue these two pieces together, except I do want to ink. Always. I don't know why I didn't do it before. Actually, this dark paper, it doesn't matter so much except for the white edges. Now we got to do this again. Yes. Okay. Make sure I've got it right. The idea is that they fit like this. And then you glue these little pieces together. Now this looks really odd. And she commented that when she saw someone else do this, she thought this was just weird and not her thing. And then she saw the finished product and thought it was pretty good. And I did the same. I thought, oh, not my idea of nice or pretty, but you know, to each his own. Let me see if I have a coffee dyed paper that's not all wrinkled. They're all wrinkled. Oh, that one's better. Okay, we're going to say this is the book page. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to glue it onto this one and then use it in a journal, because you have to see how it works. Now, being 5 inches across, if you make your journals smaller than that, oh, and that's not quite, well, that's okay. If you make your journal smaller than 5 inches, you're going to have to make a smaller whatever we're calling this, a flip flap or whatever it is. And what we're going to do is we're going to glue it along here and along here. Now mine isn't even. For some reason when I glued them, I didn't get it quite right. Something's not right here. Well, it's close enough for government work, right? And I'm going to turn it over and make sure I've got the right side up. Yep. And glue it down right there. Oh, I don't want it too close to where that's going to be sewn into the signature. Okay. Now this looks very strange, I know. But what you're going to do is you open it up like this, and you've got space for a journal card here and here and here. And that's probably where this one will go, is right here. And it's going to get cut down, of course. I don't know if I have journal cards to fit the other spots yet or not. But I thought that was real cute, because it's kind of a surprise, and you can put more than one journal card in there. You could put papers in there. All kinds of fun things. This definitely needs to be trimmed because it's not straight. Well, it may be straight, but it still has white on the edge, so I'm going to get rid of the white edge. And I want to cut it down a little bit. I don't want it that tall. And of course I'm going to do the corners, round the corners. And then I'm going to do some embellishing on it, I think. Needs to be inked around the edges because you can see the white and the pale color from the backing paper. And what do I want to embellish this with? Let's see what we have here. I have all sorts of goodies. I have leaves, I have I don't think I like that on there. I have a bird. Now he'd be okay. The bird would be okay with some book page behind him, probably. Something behind him. He needs something. Some kind of excitement or something behind him. Yeah, I like that. Do I want a little bit of cheesecloth or something? I don't know whether I do or not, but we can see what it would do. Mine is real loose cheesecloth. Maybe down at the bottom. I don't know, is that going to cause a problem going down in? Yeah, that might cause a problem. Okay. I need to make this a little uneven here. And I'm using Vintage Photo today for my ink. And this is a page from a dictionary that I got. The nice thing about thrift stores is they almost always have dictionaries. I have a large one and I have a small one, which is nice because sometimes you want a bigger page and sometimes you want a smaller page when you're putting them in your junk journals. I still kind of like this behind the bird. And I think I'll put that down. I better put the pin in my glue though. I left it out a little while ago and had to really work to get it back in. Okay. And this one's getting gummed up too. get out my little tool so I don't get the glue all over me. I usually end up so sticky that I can't do anything till I've washed and rubbed my hands together to get all the glue off. Come on. Well, I don't know that I like it like that, but that's how it's going to be, I guess. And the little bird needs to go like that. Yeah. Maybe down here. And I'm going to go ahead and use my Fabri-Tac on this too, because part of it will be up there on the cheesecloth. And I'm not so sure I like the cheesecloth on there, but it's there. It's there already. It doesn't matter. It is what it is. I don't think it's too bad. And this will go down in here, and I will make something to go in the other pockets, the other sides. And I think I kind of like the apple. Whoops, that doesn't work. That's where the mess, where it's messed up. I glued it too far over. Okay, that's okay. It works. Now I want to try the small envelopes that I hope are square. I'll get a couple of those out. I don't know whether they're square or not. Oh, they're not. But maybe they'll work. Let's see if they work. Let's see if they work. I don't know that hers were square. So maybe these will work. And I'm probably not going to bother to cover them to start with. Although they do need to be covered. They're definitely lightweights. If I can figure out how to do this again. Nope, that's not it. Is that it? That's it. That's how they work, and it will work. Look at that. And I got these, whoops, that's not right. Yes, it is. I got these envelopes at Dollar Tree. So any envelopes will work. I'm not even going to finish it because they need to be covered before I do anything more with them. But there you go, any size envelopes. And these are about 4 1/4, just a little over 4 1/4 by 5 3/4. That opens up all kinds of possibilities because I kind of like this that flips open like this. I think it's cute. All right, this is Camille from My Junk Journal Heaven. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and thank you to all my new subscribers and to all those who watch my videos. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to have people watching and seeing what I do and seeing my mistakes, like this one that I would like to put the apple on top. But unfortunately, well, maybe it will. If I mash that down a little bit there, the apple could be on top. There we go. That works. And I'll let you know who these papers came from. I don't remember right off the top of my head, and they don't have it on any of them. So, but I will let you know. Thanks for watching. Bye.